Hello and welcome to Broken Entertainment. And today I'm going to discuss Future State book Catwoman. I almost didn't read this one because Superman and Wonder Woman was a letdown. Yara Flor's Wonder Woman book was okay, with some issues, and Justice League made me just about fall asleep. So I almost was just like, no, forget it. But this was the last of the Future State books that I was actually really looking forward to. So I want to go ahead and check it out and give it a chance. And I want to put this author on like everything. This comic completely blew me away. It is way, way above and beyond the quality of Superman, Wonder Woman, of the Justice League, of the Wonder Woman solo book, and I would go so far as to say it's way above the quality of almost everything DC's been putting out lately. And yeah, I was just totally shocked. Not only is the art good, the writing's good, it's tight, it's fast paced, the hero does heroic things. It's everything you want in a comic. And this time I didn't have to go to Boom Studios to get it. So, take a look here. This is the cover. And it does a really nice shot of both showing you the future Gotham City and showing you Catwoman's new outfit, which is actually way cooler than it looks even in here. And she's on this speeding super bullet train. So, one of the things this book does better than any of the other books I've been reading from DC of late is it shows us everything without sitting there and just telling us crap. You know, it was one of the things Scott Snyder's really bad about is he just tells and tells and tells. And it's one of the things the Justice League book was doing. And it slows down pace, it makes things boring, it pulls you out of the book. This book doesn't do it. This shot right here, I'm going to zoom in. Okay, this is Gotham City. And just in this picture, you can see how technology has advanced. You can see how the city has advanced. And then as you scroll down, you begin to see that it is a dystopian city, which, you know, you'd think Gotham's always kind of crappy, right? But it's actually a dystopian city. It's awesome. And you get all of that without having to read this text. And then when you read the text is when you really get that dystopian feeling. And then again, beautiful page. A great scene that just shows you just how far Gotham City has come in terms of becoming a dystopic fascist dictatorship of sorts. And this guy, I don't know his name, but this guy is such a cool villain, just the way he looks. He just looks like a villain. He looks like a fascist. You know, his uniform's great, his face, like the tiny little glasses. And then, you know, this guy protests because they're all being filed into train cars. This and losing all their stuff and being separated. You know, this is a great example of paralleling things that are going on in real life, but not making it those things, so that you can draw connections if you want, but it's not hitting you over the head. And it's easily disassociated from the time period it's written in because it could be applied to just about anything. And, you know, this guy gets crap kicked out of him. And then you see Selena Kyle. And she makes this symbol. And at first I was like, what is that? It's a cat symbol. And then everybody does it, and they all give this speech, which is just great. Pisses off the guards. The guards murder this guy. When everybody gets on the train, you see more of this woman here. And just from these few pages, you now know, without being told, Gotham City is a dystopic, dictatorial regime. It is ruled over by people who are not afraid to murder someone. And the population is repressed, but resistant, and perhaps more resistant than these people are aware of. And then you get the shot of Catwoman, and I love this bike, and I love this suit, and the more you see the suit, at least for me, the more I love it, because it's a highly technologically advanced suit. It reminds me more of like Batman stuff, which makes sense as you go into it. Plus, it gets the future technology kind of moved into it. And then she's got these allies who dress like Cheshire cats, which I think is pretty cool. This is another good shot of the suit. And like I said, with the artwork in Power Rangers, this artwork is dynamic. It looks fast moving. You get this train looks like it's moving a zillion miles an hour, and the motorcycle looks like it's moving really fast. And you got these kids, and again, there's some parallels you could draw here if you want. The kids being separated from children and all that. Separated here in the back car. Then you get, and before all this, you got, I kind of skipped past, because I don't want to do too much in the way, there's some spoilers here, obviously. But I don't want to give too much away. But there's this great exchange where essentially Catwoman has morphed into a hero, because Batman is absent, and it's what she thinks he would do. And again, great shots of the bike, great shots of her face. Again, dynamic, awesome art. And she jumps off and has these like glider wings, which is great, and then magnetizes herself to the train. And then this great moment where the door opens and she grabs this guard by the wrist and throws him out, and she says, "Hi, bye," and throws him out in the snow. That's a Catwoman moment right there. This is someone who understands the character and understands comic pacing. And then another great shot of the suit. I love this suit. And this whole thing is a train heist, right? And, I love a good train heist. And then the reveal here of, they're not going to steal something from the train, they're going to steal the whole damn train. Again, Catwoman. And then this visor retracts, which is awesome. It kind of fits with her, when she has the goggles and she'll take the goggles off during conversation. It allows her to still do that while adding a cool bit of future tech. And then this is the last picture I have, but I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. I love this artwork. I love everything about this artwork. I love everything about this suit. The visor looks so cool in this scene, and then it retracts. And the way they superimpose the other two characters here that are helping her out is great. One thing, no, there's really nothing about this comic that I don't like. It's fast-paced. It's action-packed. The hero is heroic. And more so than Catwoman normally would be, but it makes sense. And the really critical thing, I think, for me isn't just that the hero does cool hero stuff. No one is denigrated. There's no identity politics. There's no agenda driven into this. And you have... they have just shown so much without having to explain anything. You know, even if you look at the Catsuit, you see how far technology has come. Because they have built into this Catsuit, she's able to turn herself essentially into an electromagnet, stick to the train when she needs to get inside. She's able to deploy glider wings out of the back. Who knows what this visor does? You know, other than retract. I'm sure it's got heads-up display and cool stuff like that. There's probably sound. In fact, if you look at the hand, see if I can zoom out here. Right here. The hand is padded so that it's quiet. I'm sure the feet are the same way. It's not going to leave any fingerprints. So, and then you got the little cats on the knees. It's just kind of neat. I want to know where this kind of writing is in the rest of DC. I looked, the writer's name is Ram V, which may be the coolest name for a comic book writer I've ever heard. This is his website. This is some of the stuff he's done. So he's done comic books and graphic novels before, and as you can see, he's not really done them for the big two to an extent. He's done a Catwoman book before, I think, and he's doing Swamp Thing Future State. Absolutely fantastic. I love the way he wrote this. He just seems like kind of an old school comic artist. He's a little weird. He's got a weird name. But he knows how to write comics, and he knows how to make heroes heroic, and he knows how to give you action. There's no falling asleep in this comic. You know, and you already know the stakes are already high because she's on this train. You know that guy is going to do something. You don't actually know why she's on the train until the very end. And she's going to try to steal an entire train from under the nose of this dictatorial regime with all the technology on their side. And she's doing something that really goes against character in that she's fighting directly up front. And there's a couple, she gets a great fight scene in. It's real quick with, well actually two really, with just some mooks. But it really demonstrates her superiority to these random guards. And it's the hero doing cool hero stuff. You expect a hero to do that. So I absolutely love this book. Absolutely recommend it. Whether or not the rest of Future State's worth reading, I don't know. But I definitely want to see what happens next in this one. And if you like Swamp Thing, you might want to check out Swamp Thing. I'm not a Swamp Thing fan, but it's written by the same guy, so give it a shot. Let me know what you think of the comic if you've read it in the comments down below. If you know anything about this author, let me know. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit the bell for notifications, and I will see you next time.